Hello. Today we are doing Bridezillas, and we love to hate Bridezillas, so let's get into it. Obviously we don't hate them. I like to put that out there so people don't think that I hate Bridezillas. Yeah, okay. Let's go. All right. First text. Hey, if you aren't informed by Mike, it's mine and Christian's wedding next month. If you're buying us gifts, the requirement is to buy us gifts above $250 for either me or Christian. So what you're saying is that you want something over $250. Yep. The smugness in that, it just makes me so mad just reading it. Well, then don't expect me coming. We have beer, cocktails, cake. Well then, you're losing because we have so much people here that have confirmed. I'm sure they have confirmed, and that's why you're desperate to get more people, right? See, I say this a lot in many of the videos, probably in the past and to come, in the many videos that I have, are not very many. But yeah, a lot of times $250 that goes to something that's really important, and you're not important enough. Not into somebody else's life. I'm sorry, into your husband's life, your family's life. Yeah, sure, you're important, but not to anybody else. Yeah, you're not worth it. And I'm glad they declined. And I hope barely anybody showed up to give you that money. Yes, I hope that barely anybody showed up to give you the money. I said what I said. And I said what I said. Doesn't mean I don't wish you prosperity and happiness. I hope you grew for this. But no. Anyway, let's move on. I can rant about these things all day. We have now started looking for the following for our 2022 spring wedding. Please note, we are not expecting professionals, but we need you to be good at what you do. There are requirements: 21 plus theme, a local band / DJ / disc jockey / MC / VJ to play live, someone to take photos. We will be having many different types of pictures taken. We are a low-budget wedding. We are looking to help put someone's name out there. Oh, yes. There's the catch. 1, you must be willing to play all types of music. The main song is by Metallica, Simple Man, rock version. Freebird, yes, my man is one that will always yell, play Freebird. S&M, Dance Monkey, and a few other dance songs. You must have an open mind and heart, no judgments. We love different and weird. You must be cannabis, marijuana, 420 friendly. You don't have to partake, but my wedding theme is a cannabis wedding. So, I guess my question to you, madam or ma'am or sir or husband, whoever, is, did the cannabis really get to your head? Like, are you smoking right now while writing that because you think that you deserve somebody who shouldn't be paid for their services? I just want you to reflect on yourself for a little bit and just think about that. That you're not trying to pay somebody. That you want free labor. And now that you thought about that, enjoy what you're doing, I guess. I don't know. I'm moving on. I hope nobody fell for this, but knowing this world, somebody did. Good morning, blank. My name is blank. I am the wedding coordinator for blank and blank Sanders. I'm reaching out to all confirmed guests to do a finally do a finally head count and go over some rules and regulations of the wedding day. This person clearly didn't proofread. That's already a red flag for a Bridezilla person. I don't think that's actually the case. I'm just joking. First of all, are you still attending with a +1? Rules and regulations. Please arrive 15 to 30 minutes early. Please do not wear a white cream or ivory. Do not wear white cream or ivory. There we go. So far, not too bad. Please do not wear anything other than a basic bob or ponytail. Please do not have a full face of makeup. Do not record during the ceremony? Ceremony? Okay. Do not check in on FB until instructed. Use #blank when posting all the pictures. Excuse me. Do not talk to the bride at all. Everyone will toast with Rami. I'm probably butchered the way the name was supposed to be pronounced, so apologies out there to you who have that name. No acceptance. Lastly, must come with a gift, $75 or more if you want to be admitted in. If you have any questions or need clarification, please call me directly. Thank you. The audacity you have to say that somebody can't come to your wedding made up. It doesn't have to be crazy. They can be wearing some simple plain makeup that just covers what they want to cover or accent what they want to accent without doing too much. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm sure people showed up with makeup anyway, because you can't tell somebody they can't wear makeup. And then a basic bob or ponytail, so I have to wear my hair looking like trash. And then lastly, let's talk about the number 10 where it says lastly. The $75 gift is required. So there's a difference between getting somebody a $75 gift or a $250 gift or $450 gift because you want to, and then it being required if you want to be able to be admitted in. This will always be something disgusting to me. You have no right to require somebody to give you money to go into a wedding. No right. And that's all I have to say about that. So I was actually streaming on Live It, and I saw this one, and I think that this one is very good to talk about. So it says, help, I need advice. My fiance and I are having lots of issues right now. We can't stop fighting, and I don't know what to do. I quit my job because wedding planning was taking up so much time. And my fiance is refusing to get a second job. He doesn't understand that I don't have the time to get ready for work, drive to work, be somewhere else all day, and drive home. I need to be home to plan this wedding. I'm trying to find a job from home, but it is difficult. I asked him to get a second job, and he won't. It really pisses me off because we are spending $80,000 on this wedding, and he keeps saying that we should spend less. Hello? No, this is my wedding, and I have been dreaming of since I was little, and I refuse to have anything but my dream wedding. How can I convince him to work a second job to pay for this? What happened to happy wife, happy life? Well, you're his wife, and so he can't make somebody with the audacity that you have happy, you know? Because you're never happy. If you're having an $80,000 wedding, you were in no position to quit your job. And that's all I will say on that. I also saw this one while I was streaming on Live It, so I think we should read it because it's very good. Hey, hello, who's this? Blank gave me your number. She said you 3D print things? Yeah, I do. Are you looking to have something printed? I am. She showed me the wheelbarrows you printed for your wedding. So cute. These ones? Yes. LOL, yeah, I had to print a ton of those. I'm actually not even finished with them, yet I still have about 30 more to make. Can you make them for me too? Wheelbarrows? Yeah, I can do that. How many would you want? I want to give them out to my guests, so I'll need a lot. Okay, well, just to give you a heads up, this can get very expensive. I just want to let you know that ahead of time. Like, how expensive? Depends on how many you need, really. I want 250 of them with our initials and wedding date on the side. Oh, wow. Well, just a rough estimate, it would probably come out to be about $3,000. For such a large bulk order, I could probably do it for $2,000 even though, and would likely take me about 2 months to fill this order. What? That's outrageous. $2,000 for little plastic wheelbarrows? Well, they're not plastic. They are made from resin. And yeah, it gets expensive and takes a long time. It would be less expensive if you could find someone to cast a model and make copies that way. I don't know anyone that can do that. You could order tiny wheelbarrows online. They won't be customized though. Can you please give me a deal? I want our date and initials on them. I did give you a deal. Like I said, normally I would estimate this project cost about $3,000. I said I would do it for $2,000. That's actually a pretty good deal, and it works out to be about $8 each. How about a better deal, though? I think you're just trying to rip me off because it's for a wedding. Everyone does this. It's so stupid. Actually, no, the wedding has nothing to do with it. The moment you tell someone it's for a wedding, it's 10 times the price. You should be able to do this for me for like $100. Or even better, for free as a wedding gift. You have a machine that does all the work for you anyway. It's not like you're making from by hand. What? Making from by hand? You're entitled and you can't even write right. What's it cost you? Some electricity? It probably costs you less than $1 a day to run that machine. I'm pretty sure that's not how things work, but okay. The costs of these are actually significant. I'll break it down if you like. Yeah, you do that. It's going to take roughly 50 grams of resin per print. Using one machine, I can print 2 at a time. Each print takes about 10.5 hours. Resin costs me $35 per 1,000 grams. So 50 grams times 125, 2 per print, is 6,250 grams of resin used times $35 per 1,000 grams is $218.75 for materials. I'm sorry if I butchered how to read that. I'm just so confused because it's like dollars but also grams, and that makes no sense to me. So I'm sorry for being dumb. So it costs you $200 and you want to charge me $2K. See? Scam. So honestly, do you think that they would really scam you and like be that obvious about it? That's dumb. Obviously, there's more to it. I typically charge $2 per hour for printing time. 125 prints at 10.5 hours is 1,312.5 printing hours times $2 is 2,625. I'm not done yet. I also typically charge $15 per print for prep and post-processing, placing supports, removal of supports, cleaning the prints, etc. $15 times 125 is 1,875. That's stupid. So the grand total of this job would be 4,718 with a total of 54.68 days of nonstop printing. That's friggin' stupid. Half of what you're charging is coming from printing time, where you're not even doing anything but sitting on your butt. To be fair, the charge for printing time is because while it's printing, that's a machine that I can use for anything else, and it's going to be tied up on your order for nearly 2 months. That also maintains the printer, so changing of FEP sheets, any damage to the LCD extension, I think. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate the words that I don't understand. Look, I know it's a big expense. You can probably get them done cheaper and faster somewhere else, but that's what I can do. If you like, I can model a single one for you. It'll cost probably about $25. You can take that model somewhere else and have them mass replicate them with molds. I just don't know anyone that does that off the top of my head. I don't know anyone to do that. I'll even give you a few colored lithos of your wedding photos for free as a wedding gift. What is a colored litho? They look like this. It uses light to produce an image. Oh yeah, she showed me those you did for her too. You give her all this crap for free. You should just do the whole thing as a wedding gift. I don't see why you can't. Yeah, she's also my best friend, and when I try new things, I usually send her samples of them. Whatever, I'm gonna tell her you're a butt. Aha, you do that. You know, my best friend, she's going to be my best man at my wedding. I'm her daughter's godfather. Yeah, I'm sure that'll go over well for you. Just make them for me as a gift. It's for my wedding. No, it's too expensive. It takes too long. I can't have a printer down for that long. I also don't even know you. I didn't get an invite to your wedding. Bleep you and bleep off. Okay, the cost is $4,718. Estimated production time is 60 to 90 days if you change your mind. Whew, that was a whirlwind. First of all, I'm sorry. You had such a good discount at $2,000, but you wanted to be entitled and nasty, and then look at that. You got almost $3,000 more for your troubles because you just couldn't accept what, like, it's a wedding. Yes, for weddings you should be prepared to spend money on weddings. That's weddings are pricey, and if you don't want that, then don't have a big wedding. Have a super small wedding. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with a super small wedding. But this is ridiculous to try to think you're not owed anything. You're not owed free items because it's your wedding. I don't understand. Sorry, that offended me as well, my voice. Whew. Anyway, searching for an photographer for my wedding. Here are my requirements. Must be willing to job for free. Yes. Must have at least 8 years of experience. Must be at the wedding all the time, no breaks. Bring your own food and drinks. Somebody with 8 years of experience who knows their worth to not only do a job for free, but also not be able to have any breaks. So basically, if they want to, pee or poop, they better do it on themselves because no breaks for you. This person was obviously insane. They're on something because I don't understand how you could think that was going to fly. I know people like short, bite-sized things when it comes to looking at Bridezillas and stuff, but this one is really good and very long, so I'll give the timestamp so you can just skip to the end if you want to. So it starts off with a Twitter thread. If you have a solid 10 minutes to absorb this, I present a very real status shared in a wedding shaming group I'm a part of. Dear friends, it comes with great sadness that I am announcing the cancellation of the blank wedding. I apologize for canceling only 4 days beforehand. Unfortunately, blank and I have broken up due to some recent and irreparable problems. We have decided to end our relationship and not go forth with any future proceedings. However, we are remaining civil and are still a team for our son. After hours of tears, mental exhaustion, and even dissociation, I have come to this decision. In 1 hour after posting the status, I am going to delete my Facebook. Social media has caused me only paranoia and toxicity. I will be spending these next 2 months backpacking in South America, exploring my soul, and ridding myself of toxic energy brought on by my friends and family, the ones who I thought I could trust the most. Hence, I will be out of the country for all of October and November. Please don't contact me. When I'm ready, I may make a new Facebook and add friends/family that haven't friggin' stabbed me in the back. How did this all come crashing down? Well, I invite you all on Facebook, players, bystanders, and side characters of the people in my life, to take a seat and listen. You're all involved somehow. You're all involved somehow. Somehow everyone, they don't add this part. To my wedding, I don't care. You might hear of drama, and I'd rather you hear it from me. I'm not asking for sympathy. I just want to tell my story. Before I begin this mini novel, I invite all of you, including the C words who have ruined my marriage and life, to put yourselves in my shoes. For once, let me take the stage and let me voice the most painful few months of my life. First, things were a fairy tale. I met the love of my life at 14. We were both young, but somehow we just knew we were meant to be. We worked on my family's farm together, and with each warm summer spent in fields, our love grew deeper and deeper. Fast forward to high school. We went strong all 4 years. He put a ring on my finger when I was 18, worth nearly $5,000. We put everything on the line for each other, everything. We both chose to attend the same community college and work full-time in order to build our dream. We spent most of our days by each other's side. I will always be thankful for that. Fast forward a few years, I was 20. I realized I was pregnant with my first. We were elated, tearful, and thankful to God for this gift. After giving birth to Declan, I hope that's their name. If I butchered it, I'm so sorry to any Declans or whatever your real name is out there. After giving birth to Declan, I knew the next step would be to focus on my career and become financially stable. My ex did the same. We saved and saved. I was in love, I was happy, and I was looking forward to life. We continued working and even got our degree. It was hard, yes, but so blissfully worth it. So far I don't see too much of a problem. They seemed like they were a pretty solid couple. But yeah, let's continue. We managed to save up nearly $15,000 for a wedding. Since our love was like a fairy tale, we wanted an extravagant blowout wedding, one where our son could be included. We started touring venues, and we were torn between two. A local psychic, told us to go with the more expensive option, and we thought, why the hell not? We just needed a little push. Our dream wedding amounted to $60,000, all included with flights to Aruba. All we asked was for a little help from our friends and family to make it happen. I specifically asked for cash gifts. How could we have our wedding that we dreamed of without proper funding? Huh? Okay. I mean, you save up, right? Like you saved up for all the other things that you were talking about? Okay. We'd sacrificed so much and only asked each guest for around $1,500. We talked to a few people who even promised us more to make our dream come true. My maid of honor, who shall not be named, pledged $5,000 along with her planning services. We tearfully thanked and accepted. My ex's family offered to contribute $3,000, so our request for $1,500 for all the other guests was not friggin' out of the ordinary. Like, we made it clear, if you couldn't contribute, you weren't invited to our exclusive wedding. It's a once in a lifetime party. What? Isn't it a once in a lifetime? For someone with such audacity, you at least need to spell and know the phrases. Okay. So, we sent out RSVPs, and only 8 people replied and sent us the check. We were friggin' livid. How was this supposed to happen without a little help from our friends? To make matters worse, my ex's family took back their offer. Suddenly, more people backed out, including the C-word maid of honor, my best friend since childhood, my second family. I was so shocked and tearful. To make matters worse, it was only a month before the wedding. To cancel everything would have been more than $5,000. Desperately, we resent our invites and asked people to donate what they could. I mean, seriously, people, what is $1,000? What is $1,500? Clearly, not a lot. It would be quite manageable and within budget. I've heard of people asking for worse. We also set up a GoFundMe. That only got us $250. I'm so glad. At this point, we were exhausted, tired. I yelled at my ex. I was becoming unraveled. I realized my dream wedding was becoming a nightmare. Then it got worse. My ex came into the room and offered to get a Vegas wedding done. I laughed in his face, but he was dead serious. He wanted those cheap, raggedy, filthy, whore-like Vegas weddings. I mean, what the hell? Was he out of his mind? Am I some hooch piece of friggin' trash, a hooker? Am I supposed to like the idea of getting married in the heart of shady gamblers, alcoholics, and get-rich-fast fallacy? Suddenly, my body began to shake as I entered a panic attack. Oh, she's so dramatic. My ex left the room and didn't apologize for his horrid suggestion. I feel like I pronounced that wrong. I then called my maid of honor and cried my eyes out. Instead of sympathy, I was told that I was asking for way too much and I should stick to my budget. I mean, no words can describe. How could someone who offered me thousands of friggin' dollars then deny me my promised money and then tell me to shift down my budget? She knows my friggin' dream was a blowout wedding. I just wanted to be a Kardashian for a day and then live my life like normal. I called her a filthy friggin' poor excuse of a friend and hung up. Then she blocked me off all social media. Rumors swirled. I received anonymous threats. My ex stayed out later and later, and I have a feeling he even cheated. My bridesmaids climbed on the boat with my maid of honor and dissed me. They essentially told me I was crazy. They asked for their deposit back. So I said, screw you. I refuse to give it back until they can pay me back for their emotional distress. Girl, you're not owed anything. You're the one who's emotionally damaging to all these people. I would hate being your friend. I'm sorry. I don't mean to judge you, ma'am. And I'm hoping that you grew from this. But based off of what you wrote, you're not a nice person. My ex started to talk to my maid of honor and gossip about me behind my back. I overheard him talking in the basement when he called me a stuck-up B-word. Anyway, I am exhausted. I am bone-tired. My heart is not the same. It's stone-cold, fragmented, empty. I need to get away from this awful society. How hard would it have been to friggin' donate, friends? Do I matter to you? Just friggin' give me money for my wedding. I won't even sugarcoat. I won't even pretend that's not what I wanted. It was for a dream. I was stabbed, cheated on, and worked. Goodbye. See you in 2 months. Friendly reminder to use C-words. Don't think you own me. I am cutting all of you snakes off. I am living my life. Alone now. I only let in those I believe have good intentions. Hugs and kisses. The responses here are, I have no words. You're out of your mind, Susan. It's ironic that her name is just Susan instead of Karen. What happened to you? Who on hell expects that amount of money? Yeah, who on hell expects that amount of money? Indeed. What's crazy about this is that she's saying, like, oh, $1,500, it's not even that bad. Like, people ask for more. But, like, we see in the other things that I've talked about and mentioned, like, $1,500 is like somebody's whole paycheck for the whole month. People get paid that little sometimes. You can't expect them to just, like, cough out $1,500 because you're an entitled brat who can't afford the wedding that she wants. That is not okay. You do not deserve $1,500. I don't know how much your wedding is, but nobody, very little people, can afford to have the Kardashian wedding. And then you burned all your bridges and you think that it's okay, what you did is fine. It's not fine. You're sucky for that. But you went backpacking, I'm assuming with the money that people gave you. Even though it sucks that you took the money, I hope that you at least went backpacking and were able to grow from this and grow from this childish state and not treating people the way that you were treating them. And, you know, learning not to be such a selfish person. But we all have our moments. We all have our moments and our lapses where we act a way that we wouldn't act. I'm assuming you're under a lot of stress, and I'm hoping that it was just that, and that's not actually who you were. And I'm assuming that's what it was, because you in the beginning, you sounded like you were heading in a good direction. You had a boyfriend who loved you. You had your child, and you guys, it seemed like things were going well for you. So I think you can grow from this for sure and not be the way that you were being anymore. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you were as entertained and infuriated as I was, and I hope to see you guys all for another video if you so choose to come back. So please like and subscribe and comment and let me know your opinions in the comment, because obviously I'm seeing it from one side view, and I like to hear different opinions about how people are acting and things that I didn't think of. So goodbye, friends, and thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.